corruption, the minute you cut it off the tree, corruption sets in. Work starts. So even the fruit of the Spirit in your life requires maintenance. Because you will get angry. You will get upset. Am I making sense? You'll get, and then what happens to you when you get upset? You start, everything that was fruit in your life before starts to wane. Because all of a sudden there's no maintenance there. You get the point I'm making. Fruit requires keeping, patience, and consistency. All right? And then commitment is the paradigm shift that we need. The Bible says, take up your cross. When? What are you going to do about that? Thank you. What are you going to do about daily? Daily. Maybe you should change it to by twice a week. When are you going to be committed daily? That's what he demands. Commitment is the bridge between desire and discipline. Discipline and growth. Commitment is the bridge, which is TBN, between desire and discipline. And discipline is the bridge to growth. And growth is the bridge to destiny. It's not, listen to me, it's not your desire that takes you to destiny. It's your habits. And your habits that you do on a daily basis are what brings you to destiny. Nothing to do with anything else. Maybe that's a better way to do it, to have both of them and to keep putting me in whatever. So let's finish. What we miss without commitment: transformation, answer prayer, victory over the flesh, authority, discernment, and what? Fruitfulness. You know, some kid, I know whether it's an adult or a child went to the Dr. Digwala exhibition. And whether they were playing or running around, they broke one of his awards. That's not a problem. It happens. We actually lock the place. It's because of the Bridge Connect, they open it. We lock it because of the things that they're very sensitive, cameras and things like that. So, well, what somebody went there, that wasn't the part. The part that upset me wasn't the fact that they broke it. It was the fact that they broke it, packed it, and hid it. It's a sign of immaturity. When you can't admit that you did something wrong, are we going to kill you? Well, we might. But at least we'll try to bring you back. That's how mature we are. If you do something wrong, can you walk up to your wife and tell your wife you've done something wrong? You know what amazes me? Somebody comes and says, I have a child. The child is 20 years old and you haven't seen the child. Something is wrong with you. Something is mentally wrong with you. And you can't hide. Those things always come on. Am I right? Yes, sir. Let's finish this and then I'm going to pray. What are the benefits of commitment? Stability, authority, or power. You notice that? I spoke about it already. Revelation. The Bible says it is the glory of God to hide something. You know, sometimes I ask people this. When you go to the bank, have you noticed if a dog goes to Union Bank to open a bank account, have you noticed they will open it? All he has to bring is the cash in his mouth and a teller. Once he puts it on the counter, they will take it. Now, try to collect your money from them. Go and collect that money back. Send the dog to go and collect it back. What would they do? They will kill the dog in the bank. Am I right? Am I right? A dog can open a bank account in Nigeria, but to collect your money, the question is, why did they make it difficult for you to collect your money out of the bank? The reason is very simple. They don't want the money to go to the wrong person. God's blessings are hidden behind this so that the right people get it. He's not making it difficult because, no. Like the bank is not making it difficult because they don't want to give you your money. They are trying to make sure that nobody else steals the blessings that belong to the children of God. And so he gives his children revelation. He gives them things. For instance, if God reveals to you that a stock is going to go up, he doesn't want you to be greedy and selfish. Am I making sense? Or to use it in an evil way. You get the point I'm making. He will know. He has already trained you, and now he can reveal that to you, and you will do it with moderation. I remember Lester Sumrall. Lester Sumrall, at the age of about 70 or so, when America was sending 1 or 2 ships to help the people during the tsunami, Lester Sumrall was sending the same 2 ships. of food and drinks and everything. The amount of resource was available. So he said one day, he casually said to God, all these years I've been begging you that I wanted resources to help people. Now at 75 or so, you're giving me 2 ships. I can do whatever I like. God says I couldn't trust you when you were younger. Simple as that. In other words, you are not matured enough for me to release my resources into your hand. For a man of God to get up and say, if I'm a man of God, let a bear come out from the wood. Some of you, this country would have burnt down because of your mouth. Some of you, your husbands would have been burnt to crisp. Oloshi. Whatever you will say. It is so strong, authority wà lẹ́nu yín. Immaturity. Because whatever is in you is what comes out when praise comes. It's the same thing that comes out when pain comes. That's why you need growth, alignment, influence, and of course, reward. Ladies and gentlemen, commitment is the bridge between promise and fulfillment. It's the bridge between calling and bridge between salvation and maturity. He cannot use babes in every sense of the word. Babes as in fine girl. As babes as in babes. And those are not what he's looking for. Am I making sense? There's an immaturity. There's something about us. He can't give us. I went to Abuja. She was in Abuja for a course. I said, let me come and join you. I went to join her. Sheraton. What's Sheraton? What's the Sheraton? Nikon Noga. The outfit I was wearing was like this. The outfit itself was 3,000 naira. I used 1.5 to dry clean it. I was drinking Coke at that time that was like 15 naira for 1,000 naira for a bottle. I was enjoying myself in her room because Central Bank was paying for it. Enjoying myself. And God said, what are you doing? So I'm enjoying the benefits of my wife's position. He says, but what you are doing, is it right? Oh, you are using second-hand blessing. Look at how you are wasting it. If you were the one in charge, what would you have done? Gold toilet roll, golden sheet. You know, stupidity. Because I'm immature and says, I can't put you in that position. You're not matured enough for it. Because if I give you, you will waste it. You will destroy lives. If you can't control yourself in Nikon Noga, how many of you can? So, like I said, these are the things we'll look at maybe next week. Commit to grow. Commit to pray. Commit to obey. Commit to holiness. But most of all, commit to service. One of the reasons why you've seen I haven't spoken much about service in this church is something I learned from the temptation of Jesus. The Bible says that when the devil came to him the third time and said to him about worshiping God, you know what he said? He says, thou shalt worship the Lord your God, and him alone shall you serve. It's because I'm a firm believer that true service comes out of great worship. But worship is not singing slow songs. When you get all the other things right, this one will be easy, the service part.